Welcome everyone back to Rimworld! Alright guys, we're starting our new series today. Our last series ended a bit abruptly because of Rimworld 1.2 coming out. So I figured, what's better than actually checking it out? As we looked at the patch notes a few days ago, a few things look really cool, and I just want to get right into this. And we are playing with a few mods. So if you want to know any of the mods, first off, here they are, but also they are listed in the description down below. And we'll be playing on the classic crash landed start on, what do we want to play as? I think last time we played with Maynard Medieval, so this time we're going to play with Randy Random on Blood and Dust. Reload anytime because mod crashes, and 30% globe coverage should be fine. Alright, here's our map. It's pretty crowded, but I kind of like that. I think we're going to be settling in a temperate forest just because I really like the flat ground. I think it is pretty great. Though we could start in a tropical rainforest. I don't know. Let's look around here. There is a bunch of temperate forest. I'm looking for a very long growing season. 30, 40, there's 50 out of 60 over here. Alright, this is year-round. We could do like a lake with water. That would be kind of cool. We just need... This one's actually pretty good. It's flat. It has sandstone, granite, and marble. It's bordering a lake. I think I like this. So, let's begin. And I'm bringing back a few of the characters that unfortunately were kicked out. So we have King, John, and Arthur back. I've done a little bit with their skills. Pretty much, I haven't made them super OP. They have okay traits, usually with a few bad traits thrown in there. But King is good at melee and mining and medical. That's kind of his stuff. John is good at shooting, melee, construction, and cooking, as well as decent at plants. And Arthur is good at plants, crafting, social, and intellectual. And we will be starting with the classic start, just the bolt-action rifle, revolver, and plasteel knife. So let's get right into this. Alright guys, here is our map. We have the anima tree over here, which is kind of interesting. It looks like they changed it. Yeah, there used to only be this outer circle. That's kind of interesting. It looks like an ancient danger over here. I think that's all that we have to be concerned about. It looks like it. What is this? Okay, that's coal. That's from a mod that we'll be exploring later, which I really enjoy, actually. But let's get into this. First off, who has the best shooting? John. Okay, John and Arthur have the same level of shooting. I am going to give John the revolver and give Arthur the bolt-action rifle. And King, you can have the plasteel knife. And our starting animal was apparently a warg. I like wargs. And because King is our melee user, I gave her all of the armor that we start with. The flak helmet, flak vest, and flak pants. And I think we should try and settle our base somewhere in this area. First off, if we look here, we have 2 steam geysers. We also have a chem fuel pond from the vanilla furniture expanded power. So that could come in useful. There's a bunch of food. There's also a pre-existing structure. There's ore pretty close. And there's even some plasteel up here, right here. I don't know where we should start. Right here seems like a decent place. There's nothing that would block our buildings. There's some chunks right here. There's a decent amount of fertile soil. Yeah, I think we'll start right here. And in terms of a base, I'm thinking that we will have our stockpile here. This will kind of be our starting room. We can have a dining room right here, an attached kitchen, and our freezer can be right here. And then we can have our 3 bedrooms right down there. And there we go. Our people will now start building up our base. Now, while our people are constructing our base, I want to talk about what this series is all about. As you guys saw in the beginning, there's quite a few cool things that have been added by the 1.2 Rimworld patch. However, I don't really want to spend a massive amount of time on this because there's not a whole lot of content to explore. So, to kind of rectify that, I've put a few mods you could call OP. Like the Rim Factory Revived mod, which allows for drills and such to drill up resources infinitely. However, we will be moderating that so that it just doesn't completely break the game. But we have mods like that just to speed this up because I have a lot more better and themed series planned for the future. And as our first day on the Rim has just finished, we've managed to get the plague and finish up our bedrooms. Seriously though, I sometimes think that the game really wants to spite us, because if this was a tribal start, that would have been a GG for Arthur. Like, there would have been no way to save him. But, you know, first day we get the plague. That's not fair at all. And as the sun rises, you can watch Baccarat kill a doe and eat it for food. And using one of the more OP mods in this pack, the Tilled Soil mod, which makes it just improves the soil that it grows on, we are going to make a few growing zones. So we're going to put a 7x7 right there. Actually, do we want it there? No, we don't want it there. Never mind, we're going to put it up here because our freezer and kitchen are up here. So we're going to put a 8x8 there. That'll be for our main crop, which will probably be potatoes. We can have a smaller crop here for rice. Let's put our cotton like 7x8, and then heel root in a 5x7. Another mod that we need to keep in mind now is the Dubs Bad Hygiene mod, which makes it so that your people, as they should need to go to the bathroom and drink water, because that's how humans survive. So we're just going to have to immediately put down a primitive well. We actually have some water right here, so that's pretty convenient. And then let's add an attachment bathroom to all other houses. Do something like maybe a community bathroom first, just because I don't think these houses are going to be permanent. So we'll put a bathroom right here. We can put like a shower and a toilet in here. Close that off. Put a door there. Hygiene. We can put a stall door and then close that in. There we go. And then put a bathtub in there. A toilet like that. And then what else? What else do we need? Actually, let's put a latrine for now just because we don't have any plumbing. And we need a basin. There we go. So two things just happened. First off, King reached level 6 in plants. That's added by the level up mod. But another really cool mod that you might have just briefly seen is that a faction's resources increased. So we go to the world map. There is a mod that I added. It's called Faction Resources. And what it does is that if we go to the Factions tab, that might be in Relations? Wherever it is. Maybe I chose it in here. No, it doesn't look like it does. But each faction has an X amount of resources, and whenever they attack you, they have to expend those resources. So if they send multiple raids after you, they'll need to wait to regenerate their resources before they can send another raid after you. This adds a little bit more variation, as well as more breaks in between raids, but overall I think it makes it seem a little bit more fair. Right now, Arthur's plague is at 40 to around 50%, and I'm thinking he will survive, so that's looking pretty good. And we've also started planting our fields, and, building the tilled soil as well. And we immediately have a trader from the Covenant of Stoway? However you want to say that. Right now, Arthur is 6, so we'll get a debuff to his social skills. And John only has 2 in his social. I don't think we want anything specific from these guys, though. But let's see what they have. We might as well. They have a bunch of animals. I guess that makes sense. And they have a bunch of various foods. No thank you. And I've just restructured all of our water stuff. So we now have a full-blown water well that will access this. And then we have our wooden wind pump, which will use the wind to pull up water from the wind well, which will then store it in the wooden water tower, which will then allow us to use our bathtub and basin. And Arthur finally developed a major immunity to the plague. I also managed to get the Desires Path mod working, so that the more people walk in one area, you get packed dirt, which I think is super cool and makes a lot of sense. We've also just finished all of our fields, at least the tilled soil parts, and they're just planting it all right now. Alright, for the most part we've just finished all of their bedrooms, and we've also finished, for now, the hygiene stuff. They have a sewage outlet, which pumps out all the sewage from all this stuff, so that should all be all good. Now we're gonna need we need power. That's what I'm trying to say. And I think we're just going to put it right there. That seems like a decent place. It'll stop trees from growing, at least in the front. I think that'll be fine. And then we're going to want to get a research bench. Actually, we're going to need a structure for that first. Where do we want to put that? Let's put it along this side. Do something like this. Like that. Alright, and then we can put a door right here. And right there. That'll be our workroom. And then we can put our research down there. And then I want to hopefully be able to research batteries today, because that would be very helpful. And apparently at some point we had a bunch of wild people wander in. And this person is pretty decent. Faye. They have 10 intellectual, 7 social, 7 medical, 7 artistic. And they have 3 shooting, but with a double passion, so they can learn pretty well. I think we're going to try... Oh, actually, we can't try and tame them. We can, however, capture them. So we're going to need a prison. Let's do another ghetto prison. Let's see. A door, a bed. Okay, we need one more. There we go. That should be fine. And then put a door on it. They can have a bed and a meal slot. That's what they get. Also, this time, instead of burning all of our corpses, it's actually more recommended to build out like an actual nice graveyard. So where do we want to do that? I'm thinking down here. This seems like a decent place because we can go up to here. I'm trying to make sure I can get the radius. So, like that. And then we can do one more. And then we can do that on the bottom side. 1, 2, 3. Like that. That encompasses all of that. And then we can go like this. Because it'll maximize their gain. There we go. That should be perfect. Yep. This will maximize how much they gain meditating around our graveyard. And we can now name our faction. If you guys want to name the faction, leave the names down below. I will change the name of the faction, but for right now, I'm going to randomize it 3 times, and we'll just go with that with, whatever we get. Alright, our faction name will be called Bin Finbani, and our settlement will be Mongoose's Sound. Okay. And there we go. John reached level 12 in construction, but he also finished up the last of our workroom and our simple research bench. And if we go into our research, there's a minor bug there. That's fine. Didn't expect that to happen. Because all the mods aren't updated yet, we are unfortunately using the base game research tree, which is why I think that happened. But what we want to go for first is batteries. So let's research that immediately. But I think that will wrap up this video. Today has been, the start of a new series, and we managed to get all the essentials of a base set up other than a kitchen, but we do have a little bit of a freezer once we get batteries. We got all of our bedrooms set up. We even have a prison. That's not supposed to happen. But that's fine. We also have a bathroom, and all of our fields are planted. But if you guys are excited for this new series, please like, share, subscribe, comment. any support that does get us out there is very greatly appreciated. But I do hope you guys have a great day, and goodbye.